Okay, welcome to your Thursday night dose of yoga and bringing in through your practice whatever it is that your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit are needing right now. Go ahead and come into a comfortable sitting position. You could sit up on a block. You could be cross-legged, you can be in Virasana, do what's comfortable for your hips and your joints. And then go ahead and close your eyes. And maybe, like, we don't very often close our eyes during the day, right? And really provide ourselves the pathway and the opportunity to look inside. And so in my practice, one of the things I love about just this first tool that we use to shift our energy and to shift our perception and perspective is just close your eyes and feel what that does. Turning your gaze inward instead of outward, probably for the first time today, if not maybe for the first time in a long time. Our biology, our nervous systems are magnetized to what's outside of us, external forces, and navigating the externalities in our life to keep us safe and healthy and whole. And so we have to get really intentional around creating these opportunities for inner seeing, inner looking, inner knowing. With your eyes closed, the next tool of the practice that you'll want to drop into is your breath. So if you haven't already, getting your Ujjayi breath going and getting it audible so that you can hear it. So you're turning on the receptors of your eyeballs and now your ears, your auditory senses. Listening for the sound of your own breathing so that your nervous system can hear that calming and soothing whispering sound. Feel your weight, your torso, rock back on over your sacrum, the triangle bone at the base of your spine that wedges into the two sides of your pelvis. So bringing your weight back over that. Keep breathing. And keep allowing your vision to follow the blackness or the color, whatever it is you're seeing underneath your eyelids, behind your eyeballs. And with your breath going, with your perception turning inward, feel the sit bones, feel the tailbone plug down into the earth, and take a moment to really connect with and feel the ground that you're on. And in connecting with this earth is sort of also the time that we connect with each other, right? Because it is through this communal groundedness, right, that we are all still here, even in this time of being more separate. Plugging your energy down into the earth for connection. And also recognizing and connecting with your energy and honoring with your energy the ancestors and the current indigenous people whose lands we're on. Honoring and acknowledging the first people of the land itself, and connecting with our physical place on it. Keep your breath going. So in a moment, I'll ask you to choose an area to work with in your practice tonight. And I love doing this practice that Anna Forrest taught me, where you really focus your healing energy on just one place inside you. As you start to feel around inside for where is this place that is calling or needing some extra healing and attention tonight. When I was reading about butterflies today, because I just got totally into the metaphor of metamorphosis and all of the energy of evolving and spring, you know, buds and hatching, sort of all of this evolution happening around us, right? I started reading about butterflies, and I was reading because I was interested in learning more about the imaginal cells in the butterflies and the process of metamorphosis. But what I also found is the butterfly, its main sense for information about the world is through sight. They have an incredible ability to see in infrared, in the dark, in the light, and they can also, the way their eyes are so big compared to the rest of them, a butterfly can see almost 300 or 360 degrees of its body. So there are no blind spots. And so for the practice tonight, going inside with like the insight of a butterfly, right? And I want you to feel for a place inside, like an area that's maybe a blind spot. Not necessarily the same old injury that you always work with, or that same old shoulder that's always holding your tension, but maybe a place that is kind of shut down, that you haven't really seen or felt in a long time. So getting your breath really big here and scanning through your body with your breath for this area, for this spot that you want to bring in some more aliveness, some more brightness, some transformation inside. Okay, and then once you've found that spot, with your eyes closed and with your breath going here, I want you to envision in your truest and most beautiful sort of vision of this spot inside you. What is it like when it's healed, right? What does it feel like? What are the colors around this area? What would it be like in its truest and sort of most beautiful, healthy way? So when I was doing this practice earlier, I was like, oh, if I brought this area back into its health and its most beautiful state, I would have breath access to my area. I would feel spacious inside my area. The tissues of my area would feel hydrated and nourished. The muscle fibers would slide and glide without catching or sticking, holding tension. And the reason I want you to play with this envisioning and imagining is kind of get curious and see if through this practice you can start to bring in that health and that beauty and that regeneration that you imagine. From here, we're coming into a breath practice called Surya Vedana. And this is a sort of breathing through your left nostril and left side of the brain that's going to help to downregulate your nervous system. So for Surya Vedana, what you'll do is you'll bring your right hand out in front of you, and the right thumb will close the right nostril. The pointer and middle finger rest up on your brow. Keep your eyes closed here, right nostril closed. And with your next inhale, slow down the uptake of your breath and breathe into your area through your left nostril. And if you can't get breath into your area, breathe towards it. And then once you find your lungs full, close both nostrils. And then go ahead and exhale through the right side. Long, steady exhale. Once you're empty, close off the right nostril again and inhale through the left side, breathing in to your area or towards your area. So if you're like kind of numbed out, you're trying to seek access to this blind spot, this place you haven't attended to for a long time, your breath doesn't get right in there, that's okay. You just send it in that direction. You'll close the right nostril and then exhale right. Keep going in this direction, inhaling left, exhaling right. So I was inspired as I was reading about the imaginal cells, the imaginal stage of the butterfly is when it comes out of the cocoon after the metamorphosis and is in its full butterfly structure. And basically what happens is the larva, the caterpillar, goes in and its old cells, they break down. They just kind of turn into soupy. The imaginal cells start to build and attach to each other and work together to bring forward something new. So these imaginal cells, root word is imagination, right? And a few weeks ago, when we were practicing, I read the quote from Glennon Doyle about, you know, imagination gets really underrated in our culture. And she said, what if imagination is not where we go to get lost and escape reality, but what if imagination is where we go to discover the deepest truth we were meant to bring into the world? One more breath here into your area, in through your left nostril, and breathing like you were blowing on a fire into that deepest and most beautiful picture of your area that you can imagine. And then when you're done with that round, coming back to Ujjayi. We'll come into unlocking the hips, so keep the breath going as you transition, and then you'll bring the soles of your feet together out in front of you into Baddha Konasana. Feet are active. And the tighter your hips are here, the farther out you might want to have your feet, so you'll find your own gauge for that. Okay? Take another big inhale into your area, feeling the torso lift long to make space. From here, you're going to lean all the way over onto your right sit bone, so the left sit bone is lifting up off the ground. Grab onto your left leg with your left hand. Take an inhale, fill your area, or press your breath towards your area. And then on exhale, grabbing onto the left thigh with your left hand with both hands, pull the left thigh bone away from left hip crease. So you're tractioning out some space in the left hip. Flex the toes towards the ankles. Activate your feet. One more inhale here. On exhale, keep pressing with the left hand into the left thigh. But go ahead and set the left sit bone to the ground. So you're using all the strength in your left arm to traction left thigh from left hip. The rib cage, the left side of the ribs, the right side of the ribs, pull away from left hip. One more big inhale here. Feel both sides of your lungs unfurling like butterflies' wings. And then exhale, turning your torso and your chest towards your right leg, your right knee, coming into a forward bend, a side bend, forward, the right leg. Inhale here, bear down with the muscles in the bottom of your pelvic floor and lengthen your mid-back away from your low back. Feeling how much space you can get in this move in your spine. Inhale, pull the belly up away from pubic bone. Lengthen the collarbones, the ribs, the sternum, the collarbones out over the right leg and knee. And then inhale, come on, switch sides. So you're gonna rock your body weight over onto your left side. Grab onto your right thigh with your right hand. Inhale, pulling the sternum away from the legs. And then on exhale, press with your hand or both hands, dragging and tractioning the right thigh bone away from right hip socket. Inhale, send your breath into your area. And then exhale, keep pressing the thigh away from the hip and set both sit bones down. Inhale, roll the chest open and pull the ribs away from hips. Check in with your feet again, make sure they don't turn into a blind spot, right? Keep awareness in the feet, the roots of your body, your energetic roots. Inhale, telescoping both sides of ribs away from the right hip, and then exhale, turning over the left thigh. From here, inhale, feel the belly lift away from the pubic bone as you unfurl your ribcage, your sternum, your collarbones out over the left leg. On exhale, find out if you can press and traction any more space with the right hand. Inhale, breathing into the hips and low back. Just find out. Close your eyes, go inside, and feel for how much space can you create in the low back and hips right now with this move. Inhale, come on back up. Find your way to hands and knees and come into cat-cow. So just some rhythmic movements, unwinding, unlocking your spine. Following your breath in the cat-cow movements. And then come back to a neutral place with your spine. From here, coming into, sometimes I call this side to side cat-cow. So you're gonna go ahead and reach your left ear and your left hip towards each other. You're shortening the left side of your waist, yeah? From here, bring your weight into your left hand, pressing strongly. You're still working the ear and the hip towards each other. And then bring the right hand to the base of your skull and back of your neck. So you're still crunching the left side of the waist. And then inhale, reach the elbow towards the sky. Exhale. One more inhale here. Breathing into the right side of your ribcage and belly. And then exhale, right hand comes down, back to neutral. On your next inhale, you're going to swing the right hip and right ear towards each other, shortening the right side of your waist. Press down strongly into the right hand, left hand comes behind the head. Next inhale, the right side of the waist stays short as you inhale, reach the left elbow skyward, feel the opening along your left leg. Exhale here, releasing your belly, hugging the head and the hip towards each other. And then one more huge inhale into where you're feeling the spaciousness. Get creative in this pose. And then exhale, the left hand down. All right. Hip flexor press. We're going to do a lot of strength work tonight. It's going to feel really good. Okay. So sitting on your mat, walk your feet out in front of you with the feet about hips distance apart. From here, bring the elbows inside the knees, palms pressing into each other. I have to widen my feet a little bit to get my elbows in there, so I should say your feet are outside of the hips, yeah? From here, just to activate the hip flexors, press your elbows into your knees and your knees into your elbows, and pull your collarbones and your sternum forward. Keep pressing here, right? Don't let go of, don't let go of the, I wouldn't say like the ignition, the igniting of the hip flexor muscles here. You hold it steady the whole time. And as the intensity builds in this, just feed your calming breath into that, yeah? So go ahead and release that, and then step the feet a bit wider. You'll have your elbows, again, inside of the knees. Make fists with your hands. From here, press elbows into knees, knees into elbows. Ooh, it's got a Charlie horse and the calf on this one. So the first thing your body is going to say to you, and your hip flexors are going to say to you here is like, oh my God, this is really hard. But you have to kind of override that autopilot response, right? And keep working here, pressing elbows into knees, knees into elbows. All right, 1.5 more stages. So from here you can release. Walk your feet even wider. And then you're going to anchor your heels into the floor. Reach the hands and the arms out in front of you. And then you're going to, with the feet and the heels anchored into the floor, it feels like you're pulling your heels back towards the wall behind you, but they're not actually moving. So your hip flexors should be speaking to you right now. From here, inhale, bring the hands in to prayer position in front of your sternum. Keep pulling with your legs, right? So don't let that go blind or numb. Inhale, lift the rib cage, and then exhale, twist towards the right leg. Keep pulling the heels in, hands to either side of the right leg. You're gonna come into like a forward pull. Don't let go of the pull and the dragging back action with your heels. So part of unwinding the hip flexors from sort of just from sitting contracted all day is to work them. They will thank you after this. All right, inhale, back to center, so you can let go of the pull for just a breath here. I'm gonna come right back into it. Reach the arms forward, activate your feet, anchor your heels down, and then feel for pulling the heels towards you. But they're not actually going to move. Hands come together. Inhale, telescope your ribs, and then exhale, turn towards the left thigh. Hands to either side of the leg, coming into forward bend, over the thigh. Keep pulling your heels back. Imagining the cell tissue inside your hip flexors right now turning into soup. So you're breaking down and getting rid of the stagnant, the stuck energy inside you so that you can imagine and then become something new from the inside out. Inhale, come on back up. Let your legs go. All right, hip flexors, get a little bit more work in this next move. So let me know if you need help figuring out how to do this on the flooring that you have at home. The best way I know for sliding on carpet is if you have paper plates or a piece of like computer paper and you put it on your carpet, it'll give you something slippery to slide on. And then if you have a hard floor, like I do, you can use a blanket or a sweatshirt or whatever in that category to slide on your hard floor. We're coming into Dandasana slides, which I think a lot of you have done before. And then we have some interesting and adventurous variations with that. Okay? So to set up for Dandasana slides, and I actually want you to do this with a block between your ankles tonight so that you've got something to hold on to. And as you get set up and move around here, just make sure you keep that ujjayi breath going. You never want to starve your process or yourself of breath. So block between the feet, and then you need to scoot your butt and your sit bones right up to the edge of the mat. Once you're up on the edge of the mat, you're going to have either 2 pieces of paper for carpet people or a blanket underneath your hands. Squeeze the block between the feet and anchor the heels down. From here, pick up your hands, one and then the other, so that you're on the back part of your hands. Inhale, lift your collarbones, and then exhale, slide the blanket back behind you, feeling the shoulder joints coming into deep internal rotation. Inhale here, pick up one hand and turn it over onto the flat part of your palm, and then pick up the other hand onto your palm. So your shoulders are now in external rotation as you use your hip flexors again to pull yourself back up to sitting in. So stack pose, I think this is. Okay, so we'll do that again. Onto the backs of your hands. On an exhale, slide back. Pick up one hand, flip it over. Other hand, flip it over. And then on an inhale, squeezing shoulder blades together, lifting chest, come up. We'll do that one more time. So come into the backs of the hands. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze onto the block, plant the feet down as you slide back. Pick up your left hand and then flip it over, but don't set it down. Pick up your right hand and flip it over, and then set both hands down. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together as you pull back up. All right, so we're going to take this into a diagonal from here, starting to really wake up and utilize core muscles. Have your left hand behind your left hip, and inhale, reach your right arm skyward. On exhale, maybe just watch this first one, and then we'll come into it together. So on exhale, you're going to slide the left hand diagonally out to the left, and then inhale, come back up. Okay? And then we switch sides. So come back into Dandasana. Put your left hand down, right fingertips up. Inhale, lift and lengthen your ribs, and then exhale, diagonally sliding the left hand out towards the left. You're gonna feel the core here, feel your hip flexors here. Inhale, come back up, switch hands. Exhale, sliding diagonally to the right. Keep squeezing up to your block. Inhale, come on up and switch. So follow the rhythm of your breath here. Exhale to go out, inhale to come up. Exhaling to go out. Inhale to come up. Do 3 more each side. Imagining the sort of sparkling, awakening energy that you can imagine living inside the cell tissue of your area. And feel how these movements that we're doing to get turned on inside help you to brighten up, or at least to imagine being able to wake up and brighten up in your area. Sit up. Bring your legs into cross legs and just give the quads a break there. Close your eyes and take a deep feeling breath with your eyes closed into your area. Just noticing, tracking for any data points around what's shifted or changed. Tracking whether or not you're feeling any more spaciousness in your area. Tracking whether or not you've got more breath access. You can sense any release of tension. Right. One more way to play with the blanket and the sliding, or the papers and the sliding. So this is diagonal boat slides. Have a look here. Laying down on your side. One arm, one hand is palm down on the blanket. From here, you come up into boat, and then lay yourself back down. Okay? Come on up, and lay yourself back down. Press the palm down, step up, and lay yourself back down. Okay? Go ahead and come on into this. So you'll lay down on your side. Let's everyone lay on your right side. Palm is down. Right palm is down. We're going to do between 5 and 10 breaths each side. The left arm reaches overhead. From here, press the right palm down strongly, pull the right hand in, and lift the legs up. And then you slide yourself back down to sideline. Slide up. All right, so keep going. Your own count between 5 and 10 of these. Really hug the quads into your belly, right? So if your quads aren't like shaking in this, hug them in harder. And Dessa, feel for keeping your ankles together. And then once you've done 5 to 10, you go ahead and just switch sides. Keep your feet active. Summer, when you come down, lay all the way down. All the way down, yeah. So that your obliques will have to work more to bring you back up. Yeah, so switch sides. There you go, nice, Dessa. when you're done, have a look up here. We're going to do some side plank preps and some side bridges. So for side bridge, that's where we'll go first here. Watch me, and then you get to do it. You'll have a block between your legs to keep your knees separated and your hips stacked. And then the heels are going to come back in line with your butt and your sit bones. Lay down. Let's see. We'll be in plank arms. So I've got my elbow just a little bit outside of my shoulder, maybe even under the shoulder. Actually, let's just come into this together. So go ahead and lay down. It doesn't matter what side you're on. Lay yourself down, block between the knees. The heels come back by the sit bones, and then stack your top hip right over your bottom hip. The tendency is going to want to maybe to like round your spine and slouch out of that. So you've got to engage the outer hip muscle on the top leg and the glutes. Yeah. From here, you might remember last week that we did that move of pulling the waist up off the floor. And we're going to build off of that this week. So the next thing you want to feel for is pulling the waist away from the floor so that your oblique muscles on both sides really start firing. Yeah. From there, you can bring your top hand onto your shoulder to help guide your shoulder blades down your back so that shoulder doesn't punch up towards your ear. Inhale and lift your waist up from the floor again. You should feel the core turn on. You can stay and work right here if this is helping you to really engage those core muscles from the inside out. I love the feeling. If you have farther to go, lift up the waist again and then hips lift up off the floor, and you're going to hold here for 10. Have your neck and cervical spine in line with the rest of your spine. So you'll notice that your rib cage probably started to sag down towards the floor again, so lift up your waist vibrantly. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and then lay down. 3 more of those. Any questions about that?
Is it okay if we let our neck hang down if it's kind of hurting our neck?
Say that one more time.
Is it okay if the neck hangs down if it's kind of hurting the neck?
Yes, if it hurts the neck, the 2 options would be to lay your ear on your shoulders or just look down at the ground. So I guess wherever it's comfortable for your neck, but what we don't want to do is get the neck like cranking up towards the ceiling and trying to hold you up. Okay, so we've got 2 more on the same side. We're going to fatigue these muscles. Block between the legs. The heels come back in line with your sit bones. And then again, lift the waist up off the floor. Whatever you want to do with the top hand is fine. I like to help guide my shoulder down my back. It feels good. Inhale, press the hips up. Feet are active, and you just keep feeling for lifting the sides of your waist away from the floor. Find the support of your breath. Your breath here is like making your own wind to lift up underneath your wings and keep you up. Breathing into your area, find out, well, what is this one doing for your area? And then exhale, lower down. Actually, I need to give my shoulder a break, so let's just switch sides.
Yeah.
Any other questions about this one? Everybody feeling that?
Yep.
Joe Miller calls this tubularizing the core. All right, so again, heels in line with butt, with the glutes. Stack the hips. So you can even use your own hand to bring your top hip stacked in line with the bottom hip. From here, lift up the waist. Top hand to bottom shoulder. And then inhale, pick up your hips. So what happens to me is my waist starts to succumb to gravity and come back towards the floor. So keep lifting the hips and then keep lifting both sides of the ribs. Use your breath to support the work of your outer hips and core in this pose. Slide the bottom shoulder blade down your back. With your next inhale, breathe deliberately into your area, feeding the nutrients and the energy being created in this pose right into your area. And then go ahead and gently set your hips down for a breath. Second time. Stack the hips, heels reach back towards the buttocks, and then inhale, lift the hips, lift the waist. Press the bottom of your wrist into the floor and palm into the floor so that you're not just taking it in your elbow and shoulder. Lift the ribs back towards the sky, both sides. And then side down. Okay, so you can stay with the side bridge. If you have farther to go, coming towards side plank, so switch back to the other side. And then this time, you'll have your hip on a block, on your block. We've done those like this before. So rather than having the forearm down for the plank, you're gonna have your palm on the ground to the outside, so it's a little bit to the outside of the shoulder. Okay, we're gonna spice this up. So the top leg comes forward and the back leg comes back. So top leg, you're pressing into the big toe edge of the foot, and back leg, you're pressing into the pinky edge of the foot. You can stay here. Feel for pulling both sides of the waist up, tubularizing this core, and you get plenty of action. If you have farther to go, hold for 10, wherever you are, lifting ribs, pressing into the feet. Close your eyes to play with your balance and to turn your vision inward. Next breath, bring into your area. And then go ahead and set the hips down. And we'll switch sides. How's that one going for you? So stack the hips on the block. The top leg goes forward. The bottom leg goes back. Hand is just in front of the shoulder. So you can squeeze the inner legs together, press the big toe edge and little toe edge of the feet into the floor here, flexing toes back towards your ankles, and that's where you could stay. Sorry, one more thing, even if you stay with hips on the block, pull the waist up, away from the floor. Press your pubic bone forward, Iris, so that you really stack those hips one over the other. There you go. Keep activating the feet and the ankles, and then if you have farther to go, lift the hips and lift the waist. Neck goes where it's comfortable. So again, you can look down, or you can reach the top of the skull out towards the other side of the room. Support your work with your breath. Squeezing inner legs, flexing toes towards shins. Lift the waist one more time. And then set the hips back down onto the block. Yeah. All right, from here, coming into bridge. So just set the block to the side and then lay yourself down. Bring the heels in towards the sit bones. Roll the palms open. Next inhale, press the feet strongly down into the floor and then lift your collarbones towards your face. On exhale, press down through your feet. Hips come up off the floor. You're in bridge. Close your eyes in this bridge. You've got your lungs and your heart kind of smushing towards your brain and your mind in this pose. Close your eyes and breathe like you were mixing liquid between your head and your heart and your lungs and your diaphragm and your guts. So what that feels like is just breathing all the way through your core. Closing your eyes, drinking your breath in through your nose, washing it through and down the core of your body. Keeping your eyes closed, take your attention to your area. Finding out, how's it doing now? What's changed? What's shifted? Next exhale, go ahead and set the back down and set the hips down. We're going to bring the work of your bridge pose into the backs of the legs and hips a bit more. So you'll walk your heels out in front of your knees. With your heels out in front of your knees, press the hips up off the floor. So you're not going to come up as high. You're going to feel the hamstrings really engage. You can have the toes lifting off the floor, so just the heels are down. The soles of the feet can come off the floor, just the heels are down. We'll come into wrist stretches here. So staying in bridge pose, bring your left hand out in front of your face. Grab onto your pointer finger with your right hand. Take an inhale. And then on exhale, pull that finger down towards you, pressing your heel of your hand towards the sky, unplugging your hands and your wrists. Feeling the glutes and the backs of your hamstrings starting to cook. Grabbing onto middle finger, pull middle finger back, spread through all the bones in your hands as you send the heel of the hands skyward. Grabbing onto ring finger now, your breath is fluid, like water. Reach the heel of the hands skyward, unfurling your hands and joints and bones of the hands here, grabbing onto the pinky, almost like as a butterfly would come out of a cocoon and unfurl its wet wings. Reach your hands open and skyward. And then the last one, you're going to reach wrist underneath your wrist, grab onto your thumb and pull the thumb in down towards the ground as you reach the heel of the hands down. Go ahead and set the hips down. And bring the feet flat on the floor. Press heels of your hands into hip creases just to give yourself a little bit of back traction. All right, we're going to spice it up a little bit more. So if that last setup was your edge, you could stay where you were. Otherwise, walk your heels forward another few inches. You're going to bring the work of the bridge pose into the glutes, hips, backs of the legs even more. From here, press the hips skyward. Right hand comes up in front of your face for wrist stretches. Grab onto your pointer finger. You can have the heels down and the soles of the feet and the toe side of the feet lifting up off the floor. On exhale, pull the pointer finger down towards your torso, spread wide through your fingers, bringing in space and stretch and opening into the palms of the hands. Grabbing onto the middle finger on exhale, pull the finger down towards you. Keep lifting the front points of your hips skyward as you open up the palm. Grabbing middle finger, reaching the heel of the hand skyward. Feel the thumb and the pinky spread as far apart from each other as they can get. And then notice if your butt muscles here want to go back to sleep. By sagging down towards the ground, you grab your pinky and pull it down towards you, lift the butt back up towards the sky and reach the heel of the hand towards the sky. Reach the wrist underneath the wrist to grab onto the thumb. Spread the pinky away from the thumb as you reach heel of the hand skyward. Exhaling through your mouth as you let that go and set the hips down. We're going to ramp it up one more notch. So stepping the heels out farther. Again, you can stop at any point. Legs are just about straight here. Let the palms just roll open towards the sky. Heels down, soles of the feet lifting. Lift the hips. If your hamstrings are Charlie horsing like mine are here, it's really interesting to stay with it and feeling the the tension that's causing that Charlie horse sensation ripple through the back of the hamstrings and move itself on out. And then breathe into your area, breathe in support for the work in the glutes, the back of the hamstrings, using your breath to uplift the work here. And then set that down. All right, we'll give your legs a break. Knees come right over the hips for elbow to knee. Hands clasped behind the head. Inhale, press your low back down and fill your back with breath. Hold the breath, curl your tailbone up, and then exhale, reach both elbows towards your left thigh, straighten right leg, and pull low belly down. Feel the shoulder blades lift up off the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Feed your breath into your belly and into your area. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, and then exhaling, reach both elbows towards the right thigh, straighten the left leg, and pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Press your low back down, rock the sacrum down, hold breath, curl tailbone up, and then exhale, reach elbows towards the bent knee, straighten the other leg. Feel the belly button pull down towards your spine, activating new and different core muscles from what we already worked with. Inhale, feed your breath into those muscles that are working for you here. Press the low back down, rock the sacrum down, curl tailbone up, and then exhale, reach both elbows towards the right thigh, pull it down. Inhale, come back to center. Feel your belly and your low back with your breath. Rock sacrum down, curl tailbone up, exhale, both elbows reach towards left thigh, straighten through the right leg, pulling the hip flexor long, and pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Feed your breath to your belly. Hold breath, curl tailbone up, and then exhale, reach both elbows towards the thigh. Leg straightens, pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Set the head and chest down. Set your feet down. Roll yourself over to one side to come up to sitting. And now is your chance to grab a drink of water before we go into silence. And not cut my head off. So you'll want a block nearby. Stand at the front of your mat. For B series with 3 pose vignettes. As you stand here in Tadasana with your heels underneath your sit bones, just feel, first of all, for the length and the strength that all of that core work brought into your core. And then take a big feeling breath. You could even put your hands onto your area if it's a place that you can reach with your hands, and use your own loving touch to guide your breath into your area. Use your own touch, if you can reach that area, to bring the healing, the health, and resiliency that you can most beautifully imagine for that area. Bring it in. Imagine it to be. And then let the hands go. Next inhale, sitting back into chair pose. Sweep fingertips skyward, feeling the new length in the sides of your waist and ribs. Exhale, fold forward. Fingertips to the floor, so you bend your knees as much as you need to get the fingertips down. Next inhale, scoop your chest open, spacing out the joints of the collarbones and the sternum. And then exhale, step or jump yourself back. Feel how strong you are in this plank as you lift the thighs up towards your leg bones, lift your belly up. And then you either lower or don't lower your knees as you hug your arms in strongly to the ribs and lower yourself all the way to the ground. Low cobra, the ankles can be apart from each other here, tops of the feet down. Walk your hands about 6 inches in front of your shoulders. Press the tops of the feet down, press pubic bone down, and then inhale, pull with your hands to drag the ribs forward as you come up. And then exhale, keep dragging the ribcage forward as you lower back down. Hands come underneath the shoulders through plank, 2 downward dog. And let your feet out, or your knees, I should say, bending and straightening. Lengthening the hamstrings after all the work we just did in your bridge poses. Next, inhale, step your left foot forward between your hands for lunge. And from here, grab your block in your hands. If you don't have a block, you can use a shirt or a book or basically anything else you can hold in your hands. And then you'll come on up into high lunge. Bending the right knee, the back knee down towards the ground, deeply. Now you're going to simply pass the block underneath the front thigh from one hand to the other. And then when you come up, straightening up out of the back leg. When you come down, bending that knee down towards the ground. And following your own rhythm here, passing the block. And you will start to feel energy quaking and shaking in your back thigh and your front thigh probably. A few more here. Last one here, so passing block to your hand and then set the block down. Stay in lunge. The back knee is bent, the back toes are tucked under. So bow pulling. Reach your palms forward and bring your palms together out in front of you. From here, it's like you're in a similar position to how you were in side bridge. Your hips will stay in line and they won't move. Inhale. On exhale, feel the movement come from the back of your left shoulder blade as you pull your bow open, hug your left shoulder blade into the right, and then reach forward. Hips are stable. Inhale, pull back.
America's largest.
And then exhale, reach forward. Hips are stable. That means they don't move. Pull back, squeeze the left shoulder blade in towards the right. One more here, reach forward. Pull back. And then go ahead and bring both hands down to either side of your front foot. For lounge lunge. So the right hand is going to walk way out in front of the right shoulder. The left hand comes to the outside of the left knee, and you can brace your whole left forearm across your front leg. Keep the top of your right thigh pressing down, right foot pressing down. The twisting part comes here from lifting the ribs and then twisting your belly and your rib cage towards the left leg. Let the right side of your ribs slouch down towards your front hand. And you can rest the head on your shoulder. So it's fine for the right shoulder to hike up in this pose. Keep using the strength in your left arm to hug the left leg in. Press the top of the right thigh down, and then lounge and sag the rib cage towards the ground in the front hand. So this is a psoas opener in the front of the right hip area there. If you can sag down, lounge down deeply enough. One more huge inhale here into your area. And then exhale, hands to either side of the front foot, step back into plank. Feel your strength and stability in plank as you lower or don't lower the knees to come all the way down. You can come right into cobra or low cobra. And then exhale, come on down. Coming back through plank to downward dog. In downward dog, take a breath into your area, like you're deliberately feeding this heat, this energy, this vibration and vitality that your practice is creating. Feed that like medicine, like fertilizer into your area. Next inhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands for lunge. Grab your block and come right into passing the block underneath your front leg. The more that you can feel the left glutes, I should say, there are several of them, hug around the bones of your pelvis, the more opening you'll get in the front of the left hip flexor. The more unwinding from all of your chair sitting that you'll get from this as your tissues and cells inside begin to reimagine a new energy for themselves, right? This side feels really different for me. Just noticing. Set the block down. Stay in lunge. Hips are squaring to the front of the mat. And setting up for bow pulling. This time when you pull the string of your bow back, you're hugging the right shoulder blade in towards the left shoulder blade. Reach the right elbow back behind you. Inhale, come back to forward. Exhale, pull the string of your bow back. Hips stay stable, hugging the outer hips and the glutes in towards the collarbones to stabilize. As you reach back, feel the right shoulder blade pull in towards the left shoulder blade, pulling your right elbow back behind you. One more here. breathing your way through the efforting and the shaking and trembling that might be happening. Hands come to either side of your front foot for a round lunge. You'll walk the right hand way out, sorry, the left hand way out in front of the left shoulder. Stay on the top of the left foot, top of the left thigh. Right hand comes to the outside of the right knee, and the right forearm hugs and braces into it. From here, roll your belly, your ribs, your sternum towards the right, and then let your head rest on your shoulder. Press the top of your back foot down. Press the top of your back thigh towards the ground, and then find out from that stability in the legs and the hips where they're not rotating, can you rotate the ribs around a little more? And then just allow yourself to be still in this pose. Following with your sensing the rhythm of your breath. And then go in and find out what's going on here for your area. And can you feed the nutrients, the unique alchemy of lounge lunge, this deep psoas opening pose? Feed that into your area. Exhale, unwind, hands to either side of your front foot, and step right back into downward. From downward dog, step the left foot forward between your hands for warrior two. With shoulder shrugs, so you're just going to let your arms go so that the upper back muscles get to do the work in this pose. Feel for the deep bend in your front knee and then pressing into the outside edge of your back foot so the energetic roots, the feet, the ankles, the lower legs are all active and turned on. From here, inhale and use your breath to spread the shoulder blades in your upper back. Again, like butterfly wings. Hike the shoulders straight up. Keep holding your breath, squeeze them straight back, and then exhale, drag the shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, mid-shoulder blades spread apart from each other. Hold the breath, and then squeeze the mid-shoulder blades together without slaying your ribcage. Hold that core together as you isolate just the muscles of your upper back and drag the shoulder blades down the upper back. One more time. Inhale, spread your breath into your upper back. Exhale, you can use the elbows this time to get a feel for squeezing bottom tips of shoulder blades together. Hold the core back in, knit it together, drag the shoulder blades down your back. From here, coming into reverse warrior. Bring your right hand to your right hip and reach your top arm back. You can stay here. If you have farther to go, your right hand is going to hug across the front of you. Find the left side of the ribs and then lift your left ribs into your right hand. You're straightening back up a little bit until you feel that place where your obliques really fire and engage. Stay there. Relax your neck. Inhale, come on out of that. Use the oblique muscles to pull you out. Side angle with chest opener. So bringing the left forearm onto your left thigh, palm rolls open. Reach the right hand straight out from your right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, let your head and neck go. From here, bring the pinky of the right hand back, down a few inches. is just below the shoulder. Next inhale, roll the chest open, and then exhale, let the top arm fall back, chest opener. And chest opener, heart opener, lung opener, sternum opener, collarbones opener, right? Breathe into the spaciousness that this pose helps to create in the front of your chest, and then feed that opening energy into your ear. Let the head and neck go. Spread through the fingers and the palms of both hands. Feel the left forearm on the front of the left thigh. Press down into the left forearm to lengthen out the sides of your ribs. Exhale, hands to either side of the front foot and step back into downward dog. Take a few breaths here in downward dog to re-anchor, reconnect, reground in your breath. Next inhale, step the right foot forward for warrior two with shoulder shrugs. Deep bend in the front knee. Feel for the connection to the back leg, pressing into that outer pinky edge of your left foot. Lift and spread the toes so that the feet, the ankles, the legs, all of that root energy stays connected. Let the arms fall. Inhale, feed your breath into your upper back. Feel your shoulder blades spread apart from each other. Keep the front of the belly and the ribs knitting in as you hold the breath. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hike your shoulder blades straight up. Keep squeezing them together. And then exhale, drag shoulder blades down. Don't let the ribs and belly sweat. Inhale, breath into the back of your heart, the back of your lungs, the back of your ribs. Spread your shoulder blades. And then exhale, squeeze middle shoulder blades towards each other. Drag them down the back. Don't come out of the bend of your front knee. Inhale, again, feeding breath into back body, back ribs. Bend the elbows if you need to squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together. And then drag the shoulder blades down the back. Left hand to left hip, reverse warrior. You can stay here. If you have farther to go, the left hand reaches and hugs across the front of you, finding the right side of the ribs, and then lift your ribs into your hand until you feel the maximum firing of your obliques on the right side. Rebend your right knee deep down into the right. Reach the top arm way back, but the rib cage pulls in the opposite direction. One more big inhale here, feeding your breath in. And then exhale, side angle. Forearm comes to the front leg. Roll the palm open. Left fingertips reach skyward. Left hand comes down below the left shoulder joint, just a couple of inches there. Inhale, roll your sternum towards the sky. Exhale, let the palm fall back. Inhale, breathing into the front of your chest so that your breath balloons up underneath and brings space into the joints of your collarbones, your uppermost ribs, and your sternum. Then exhale, let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder so that the neck and head can let go. When you get your neck and your head out of the way, you're able to feel into, listen, and see whatever the imagination of your heart, of your lungs, of your wings, whatever truths are being spoken to you from deeper within. You gotta get your head out of the way to do that. And relaxing the neck is one of the best tools of it. One more huge inhale here. And then exhale, hands to either side of the front foot. Come to hands and knees. Bring the feet together, ankles together, knees wide. Walk your hands up in front of you for embryo, which is this. Bring the forehead to the floor. Stay in the pose. And with your next inhale, again, feel your breath balloon up into your entire back body, spreading the upper, middle, lower ribs. Feeding your breath into your adrenal glands, kidneys, the organs of the back body, the back lobes, the ribs. And gently walk your hands back into, what is this called? Hands and knees. Do a couple more rounds of cat-cow here. And we'll come into thread the needle pose to unwind and twist. Pick up the right hand and thread your right hand, arm, and shoulder underneath the left armpit, bending the left elbow a lot so that your head comes down to the floor. From here, you can stay right here if this is a good amount of twist for you. If you have further to go, bring the palms of the hands together, clasp hands, and then press your shoulder blades back behind you towards the wall behind you. If you have farther to go from here, you might reach the top arm up. You might bind that top arm around your back and grab onto the right. If you have farther to go from here, you can use your left shin as a kickstand, so you'll point the toe in and then walk the left leg. Right leg is kickstand, left leg straight, walks towards the hips. You can just really lay into this, lay the weight of your body back, whichever version of this, whichever sort of step along the way was right for you. Gently, if your leg is straight, walk it back. Release your arm from back behind you. Press the left hand down to come out of that second side. Pick up the left hand and thread your hand underneath your right armpit. You might stay here. If you have further to go, clasp hands and press the shoulder blades and the upper back. If there's farther for you to go, you might reach the top arm skyward and behind your back. You can grab onto your thigh or your shirt or your waistband here. You might stay right here. If there's farther to go, straightening the right leg, use the left shin for a kickstand, and then walk the right toes towards, or maybe to, the left hand and way back. Find your breath in your twists wherever you've ended up. Getting more skilled and advanced with every practice at using the tool and the medicine of your breath to calm and soothe and down-regulate your mind. Gently unwind from here, the right palm comes to the floor, back to hands and knees, and then lay yourself back onto your back. Taking any final movements on your back that feel good before Shavasana. So you might come into just windshield wiping your feet. Actually, I'm going to give you one more brain soother that I really love. So laying on your back, legs straight, heels a little bit wider than the hips. Bring your right hand across your body onto the left hip bone. And then bring your left hand across your body onto your right hip bone. From here, with the arms and the hands just as heavy as they can be, slowly start to pull your hands up towards your face so you're feeling your touch on your own skin. And then it's as if you were like peeling off a wet t-shirt here. You drag your arms over your face, elbows, arms overhead. And then open on up, slow angel the arms down. So switching sides here, left hand and wrist reach across and come onto the right hip bone, and then right hand comes over so you're making an X with the forearm. From here, pulling up towards your face. And then if you have glasses on, you'll basically feel yourself like smear your glasses off your own face as your arms drag over your face, reach up overhead, and then sweep down once. In Shavasana, reconnect to your deep Ujjayi breathing. Reconnect to your area. So closing your eyes again so that you can travel with your vision, with your insight, back to your area. And with your next inhale, feel for whether or not it's any easier to get your breath towards or into your area. Just like in the memories of our mind, there are places inside us that, out of an attempt at self-preservation and safety, they just shut themselves off, become numb and invisible. I remember Anna Forrest talking about this, these places inside as like these little pus balls of fear, anger, resentment, right? Going in now with your breath to do any more work of breaking up the hardness, the numbness, whatever it is that's in that area. Going in with that butterfly medicine, those imaginal cells that can exponentially reproduce and work together to grow and evolve into something healthy, resilient, and beautiful. With your mind's eye, re-visioning, right? What it would be like inside to have happy, healthy, resilient, whole cell tissues, right, living in that area. How would it feel in your area? What would it look like in your area? What would be the emotional tone of that area when it becomes that most beautiful, healed truth that you can imagine? Staying awake to your breath as you lay in Shavasana. Staying connected, curious, interested in what's happening for you in your area. Finding out if you're able to relax, release, let go any amount more. Staying connected to the sensations of your body, feeling how heavy you are on the floor, on the earth, on the ground, how deeply connected you are through your mat, through the floor, through the building, through the lawn, or whatever it is, to the topsoil, the bedrock below you. Staying with your breath and staying with your own proprioception, your mind's own map of your body, your mind's own truth about your area right now. You gently rebend your knees. Roll yourself over to one side. Pause on your side for a couple of breaths, just staying with this slow-paced, calm sense of regulation. Stay relaxed as you use the strength of your arms to press yourself back up to sit. Natalia, I didn't even know you were here. And then bring the palms together. You can bring your thumb bones to your sternum. Release your forehead towards your fingertips and close your eyes. And I want to invite you to take one more breath through your hands and your heart with your deepest and truest intentions of beauty and healing. Breathe into your area. As you transition slowly here from this extraordinary mode of being in practice back out into your day and your more ordinary life, as you go through the rest of your week and your weekend, can your homework be to allow yourself, in fact, encourage your heart and your mind to play in the realm of imagination? Allow yourself to dream and to imagine towards new and different things, rather than being in the stuck and staunch structures of realism. Indulge in your imagination, because perhaps that is not where we go to escape, but it's where we go to discover the deepest truth that we were meant to bring into the world. Let's go there. Namaste.
Namaste.